Shalom and welcome to Cuppa Torah. My name is Hannah Tamar, and we are going to be talking about Tu B'Shvat. Now, the sundown on Tuesday, January 30th, to sundown on Wednesday, January 31st, is the holiday of Tu B'Shvat. Tu is 15 in Hebrew. Shvat is actually the month we are in. So Tu B'Shvat means the 15th day of Shvat. And what is Tu B'Shvat? Little kids will tell you it's the birthday of the trees. Some people will say, oh, it's like Arbor Day, but for Jews. And they are kind of right. But where does it stem from? Where does Tu B'Shvat come from? And there's a little blurb in Leviticus talking about how you cultivate your crops, how you cultivate and how you harvest your trees. And you need to do certain things every year, but on the 7th year you can harvest it, because that is the time where trees are producing amazing crops. And during those 7 years, it gives them time to grow strong so that they can produce a lot of fruit. So that's where Tu B'Shvat comes in, because how do you know what year your tree is? How do you know how old your tree is? The reason how they do it is they say Tu B'Shvat. That's when a tree turns a year old. So it's the beginning of the year for trees. There are new years in Judaism for a lot of stuff. We'll get to that later. But this is the new year, the new beginnings for trees. During Shvat in Israel, everything's starting to bloom. It's spring over there. So things are blooming and starting new. So that is why we start counting the years on Tu B'Shvat, because it is spring around in Israel. Now, there is a lot of symbolism with trees in Judaism. We are in Deuteronomy, it says that we are men, we are humans that are cultivated. We are humans that are cultivated in fields. I'm getting that kind of wrong, but which just means that that Hashem is giving us, cultivating us, and giving us all this information and life and energy so that we can grow strong roots in our faith, in our culture, in our religion, in all aspects of our lives, and that we can produce amazing children. We can produce awesome dialect between each other, to keep Judaism alive. Also, they say Torah is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it, meaning that you can read Torah over and over again and it will give you something different. And it grows with you. You grow with it. So there's a lot of symbolism with trees. In Kabbalah, your body is a tree of life. There are, I'm just going to say, energies in your body, and put those energies together. It produces a tree of life. I'm not going to go farther into that because that takes a lot of time to talk about. There is a lot of symbolism with trees and Judaism. So we recognize the importance of trees, and we want to honor the importance of trees. I like to read The Giving Tree or The Lorax, or let my children watch The Lorax. Younger students really relate to that. Older adults can actually relate as well. With The Lorax, they cut down the trees until there's nothing left. And one of my favorite sayings from the Lorax is, unless somebody cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. And with Tu B'Shvat, it's a reminder that we have to, as Jews, make the world a better place, to tikkun olam, to heal the world, to make it better. So during Tu B'Shvat, we do a Seder. A Seder just means order. So it's not like Passover. We just do a Seder, and we eat certain fruits from Israel. We eat certain fruits from trees, and we are reminded of the balance between life forces of trees, of humans, of animals, of all living things, And so this is a great way to start thinking of new beginnings, of new ways to tikkun olam, to heal the world, or tikkun hayom, to heal the oceans. But this Shabbat, I want you guys to try something new. Again, new beginnings, new things. So try a new fruit or something new from a tree that you've never tried before. A lot of people will eat something from Israel because we want to be rooted into, or we want to go back to our roots. We want to remind ourselves of Israel. So they'll eat pomegranates or dates. If you've never had cinnamon before, or if you've never had avocados before, eat something new. Try something new. Remind yourself of how amazing nature is and how we all work as one. And I want to hear what you've tried, what new thing you tried, and your experience of trying that new thing. And on that note, I will say Chag Sameach, happy holidays, and shalom.